A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the first edition of TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We are in Shenandoah, Middletown, Indiana. Shenandoah hosting the Hagerstown Tigers. I am Scott Beeman, and my first thing is our apologies with no videos, but we will be back in just a second for the pregame sponsored by our good friends at Farm Bureau Insurance.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School. It is TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports, our first broadcast of the year, and it is the pregame show, sponsored by our good friend Kevin Shearer, my teammate Kevin Shearer, and Farm Bureau Insurance, and it's a Hagerstown team with high hopes this season. They're coming off a 7-5 season last year, a 7-5 season which they lost 2 by forfeit. So let's call it 9-3 legitimately. Well, I guess exactly not legitimately, but you get the idea. A 9-3 season in which they won 7 of their last 8, including where they lost to Indianapolis Lutheran in the sectional final. Yeah, this year, they return an awful lot, and they're led by their senior quarterback, Owen Gallier, 1,737 yards last year through the air, 54% passing, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 99. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. I'll take anybody with a quarterback rating of 99 right now. And it's not just him. They returned junior Mason Hicks, 150 carries last year, 1,346 yards, 17 touchdowns. Gallier himself rushed for over 1,000 yards last year on 160 carries. With 24 touchdowns. And if you're not quite sure about their offensive prowess, well, then just think about Jalen Oliver, a 6'2" wide receiver, 29 catches, 503 yards, and 4 touchdowns, getting Division I looks. And on the defensive side, Ryan Gallier, junior, 122 tackles. They return just about everybody of significant importance, Hagerstown does, as opposed to Shenandoah. Shenandoah coming off a season, it was 8-3. They lost in the sectional to Adams Central. They lose a lot. Their starting quarterback, Brendan Dowden, 1,000-yard passer, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Dalton Hatcher, their leading rusher, 125 carries, 809 yards with 9 touchdowns. All have graduated, but they bring back a very talented runner, which is Joe Huff. Joe Huff, a 5'10", 155-pound senior. He had 85 carries, 680 yards, and 7 touchdowns, 18 catches, 346 yards, and 3 touchdowns last year. You want to add that up, that's 1,000 yards of total offense and 10 touchdowns. That's pretty good production. And if you know anything about Shenandoah football, you know they've got some horses up front to open up some holes for that gentleman. So that's your start out now. The coaches, interesting here, Scott Snodgrass in his 7th year at the school. He's 32-31 at Hagerstown. He's 41-91 overall in his 14th year. But for Shenandoah, they're trying to replace basically a legend. Scott Widener was 81-32 in his, I want to say 7 or 8 seasons at Shenandoah. He won a couple of sectional titles. He's now the assistant principal at Tri High School. He's replaced now by Jordan McCaslin. In his first year at the school, he's the defensive coordinator here for 3 years. Came to the staff 5 years ago. Shenandoah comes into this year. They're the AP number 14 team in 2A. The coaches poll number 15. And they've beaten Hagerstown 4 straight in 5 of the last 6. They're 5-1 in the at least the recent series against Hagerstown. Hagerstown looking at their best chance in a long time to get off that schneid. So we are 6 minutes away from kickoff officially. It is the pregame sponsor, Farm Bureau Insurance, my good friend, Kevin Shear. We'll be back in just a few minutes with additional pregame stuff and the kickoff. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and, of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Back in Middletown, Indiana. It is TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports, and a longer commercial break there as we had a minute of silence for Ryan Lowry, a former Shenandoah student deployed overseas, who was killed in an airplane accident. So a minute of silence for that. Very classy move on Shenandoah's part. But nevertheless, it is the pregame show, sponsored by our good friends at Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear. Want to give you the Games around the area tonight. We've got Lincoln at Monroe Central, Centerville at Delta, Hagerstown at Shenandoah, Northeastern at Knightstown, Oldenburg at Union County, South Adams at Winchester, and the only conference game tonight, who schedules a conference game on the opening night, but these two guys did, Union City at Tri. That'll be tonight as well. If you want to get in touch with me, tell me what a good job I'm doing. That is on Twitter, at Scott on the Air. We apologize for the lack of video. We've had some technical issues, some camera issues, and we've got some new equipment this year, and we got to work out some kinks. So we're going to go videoless here tonight. I'll do my very best to help you guys out. And get you as much as I can get. The Shenandoah Raiders and basically looks like Michigan. Let's just call it what it is. It's Michigan with a yellow S on the side. Otherwise, it's Michigan. With the blue jerseys and the Wolverine helmets, they're going to go from right to left on your radio dial. That's not really your radio dial, is it? It's more like your computer screen. Hagerstown in their very familiar white shirt, purple pants, yellow helmet with the purple Hagerstown logo on it. And we're about ready to go. Actually, check that. Shen will be going from left to right. They were lined up on the wrong side, and they fooled me. Today's game is being brought to you by Richmond area Subways. Enjoy the Subway sub of the day. Monday, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken breast. Wednesday, turkey breast. Thursday, Italian BMT. Friday is tuna. Saturday, Black Forest ham. And Sunday, meatball marinara. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. So we're about ready here at Shenandoah. The first game of the year for both schools, obviously, is the first game for just about everybody here. Tonight, Richmond hosting Connorsville tonight. And the only other local school is Seton Catholic, and they don't have football. And here we go. Double on the kickoff, 17 and 20. That's Cody Swim and Colin Romack, and that's going to be an onside kick recovered by Shenandoah on the Hagerstown 48. So a little trickeration here to start out with from Hagerstown, and Shenandoah recovers. So Shenandoah will start on the Hagerstown 48. 11:58, so 2 seconds. And it's the first game of the season, so there's not a whole lot of stats you can look up. You know, normally in a team I don't normally cover like Shenandoah, you can go look at the stats, see who people are. Instead, you're going to figure it out on the fly. And for the Raiders is number 11, Peyton Starks, 6'2" sophomore. This one will be handed off. Joe Huff, number 21, gets the carry, and he's going to lose 3 back in their own territory. So Starks, the 6'2" sophomore, will take over for Brennan Dowden, and Huff will take over for Dalton Hatcher, as they had a 2-headed monster of running backs last year. Just a 1-headed guy this time, a flex formation. 1 wide receiver far side. In motion, Lane Wolcott. This time will be handed off up the middle to Huff again. He'll get most of that yardage back. He'll gain 6 on the play. Flex formation. Here comes Starks. Ready to throw, and he does. He makes his catch. Check that. It was dropped. Intended for number 81. That was Jordan Starks. That brings up a 4th and about 6, maybe 7. And punting unit is in, 81, as Jordan Starks will punt it away. Back to receive is 33 for Hagerstown. That is Jalen Oliver. He'll post up at his own 7. That is a wobbly end over end that will land roughly around the 20-yard line, 18, and be down right about there. We'll see where they spot it. They're gonna spot it at the 15. Never understood that one where it's supposed to be down where you touch it. He touched it about the 18. They actually downed it, I guess, officially at the 16. So 16 is where they'll start it on a 3 and outs for Shenandoah. Hagerstown will start deep in their own territory, roughly their own 16, with 10:31 to go. Thanks to our pregame sponsor, Farnbury Insurance, Kevin Shear, my good friend, former teammate. Glad to see him on the broadcast. The scoreboard sponsor is Wesley Bates, Wealth Management. And that scoreboard says 0-0. First possession here for Hagerstown. Owen Gallier in the shotgun. And that is snapped over his head, and he'll recover it in the end zone. I'm guessing, depending on who recovers it, whether it's a safety or touchdown, we'll see who it is. It's going to be points for Shenandoah no matter what. Whether it's 6 or 2. It is a safety. That's a safety, 2 points for Shenandoah. Didn't see recovered. It will never see recovered. That's a lot of blue jerseys. So snap over the head of Owen Gallier and recovered by Gallier in the end zone, but for the safety. So 2-0 for Shenandoah. So I got to tell you, not exactly what I thought I'd do here to start out the year. There's a 2-0 Shenandoah lead, but there it is. So not exactly the start. Actually, it was pretty much the start you want from Hagerstown. They tried the onside kick, got him to a 3 and out, got a punt out of that, and then immediately snapped it over Owen Gallier's head and recovered for the safety. So the free kick, the standing by yourself punt, which is always weird, that'll be done by Owen Gallier from his own 20. A spiraling kick that will land at the Shenandoah. Well, it didn't land. It lands out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like they mark it at the Shenandoah 45. So Shenandoah will take over in more good field position at their own 45 with 10:24 to go on the clock. Under Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Once again, I'm on Twitter. It's Scott on the air. If you want to get a hold of me, give me a score. Tell me I'm too loud. Tell me I'm too soft. Whatever it is you want to do. We'd love to hear from you. I hope I'm doing a good enough job on the play-by-play, even though we're lacking the video we'd sure like to have. We are looking for somebody to run our video camera. What we don't have right now is somebody to run our video camera. We couldn't do it tonight anyway because of some technical difficulties. But if you happen to know someone who might want to run our camera at a relatively voluntary fee, please let us know. You get to watch high school football for free every Friday night. Who turns that down, right? So Shenandoah takes over on their own 45, 10:24 to go here in the first quarter, and it is Peyton Starks under center. He'll hand us one off. It is Allred. That's number 1, Silas Allred, the deep back. He'll gain 6 on the play. Allred, a 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore. Shows you what I'm doing with my life. He weighs the same as I do, but his is mostly muscle, I suspect. Mine decidedly less muscle. Same formation. Shenandoah has not run a new formation. Far hash mark. That flex formation In motion is Huff. Huff actually keeping this one is Starks. Starks around the end. He's got the corner. Gets it down to the 40, past the first down marker. Gain of 9 for Starks.
First down,
As we get some immediate feedback from a fan here telling the quarterback to hold a little closer. Never understood why fans do that. Try to coach from the stands. Nobody's listening. I never was. Near side here on the hash mark, it's Starks. In motion's Huff. This will be Wolcott's on the inside handoff, and he gets stuffed to the line of scrimmage. May have probably lost a yard. Lane Wolcott. Where's number 14, 5'8", 160-pound senior. Two nothing. Shenandoah leads us on the safety on the first offensive snap for Hagerstown on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Tight now formation, 2nd and 12 now. Wolcott in motion. Pitch to him. He'll try to turn the corner, can't find it. Good pursuit by the Tigers. He'll lose 4 more. Lost 2 in the first carry, lost 4 more. And if you're Shenandoah, you're running at you've got 12 yards of total offense and a lead, so you can't really argue with that. Third and about 16 or 17, we'll say. 3 wide receivers now. Traditional set here. Starks looking to throw. Starks rolling right. Can't find anybody. He's going to get sacked. And Hagerstown just pushes him back a mile here. It'll bring up a 4th and more than 20. He'll lose 9 on the play, maybe 8. Good pursuit there by the Tigers, and that'll bring up a clear punting situation for Shenandoah. And if you believe how the first series went, Shenandoah's got them right where they want them. Oliver back to receive this punt, standing at his own 16, 15, or 16. Back to punt it away is Jordan Starks. This one will be a high wobbler. Lands at the 20, takes a Shenandoah bounce inside the 10, down to about the 7 or 6. Good punt there from Starks. So Hagerstown will take over on their own about 6. Bad field position in both drives for Hagerstown. We'll take over with 7:11 to go. So Hagerstown now with their vaunted offense, and they virtually have just about every skill player of consequence back from last year. Haven't gotten off an offensive snap. One offensive snap, it went over the head of Owen Gollier into the end zone for a safety. Shotgun here for Gollier. He's standing at his own 1. He'll get this one. He'll keep it. He'll run left. Looking for a seam. Can't find one. He'll get tripped down. We'll get a first flag of the game. Might have gained a yard. We'll see what the flag's about. It's in that half the distance to the goal line area. Might have gotten a yard. Probably no gain. And officially it's no gain. And it's holding offense. Will be half the distance. So wipe out that play. They'll go half the distance. Repeat the down, I suspect. It is a packed house here in Shenandoah, as it always is, with some great scenery. They have one of the power windmills, the wind farm windmills. They declined that, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. So count that as a 0 yards rushing for Owen Gollier. And it's right on the, just basically a stone's throw away from the end zone to my left. He's rather intimidating. You don't know how big those things are until you're standing right next to one. 2nd and 10 here for Hagerstown. Gollier in the shotgun. Next to him is Mason Hicks. 3 wide receivers to the far side. He'll give it to Hicks up the middle. And he'll dive forward for a couple.
Tackle by Kaplan.
Third and, actually didn't give him anything. I thought he got a couple. He didn't get any. You just chalk that as me being 44 and losing my eyesight. 3rd and 10 now from their own 6 for Hagerstown, and offensively struggles so far. Gallier. He drops it, and he'll get sacked. So, shotgun now working out real well for Hagerstown as they lose about 5 on that play. They'll get the sack, and they'll end up being at about the 2-yard line. Loss of about 4, maybe 3. We'll call it 3. And punting now from the shadow of your own goalpost. If you've been listening to my broadcast, Owen Gallier's been at Hagerstown for about 7 years, it feels like. He's only a senior. Just about every school in the TEC's got one of those guys. And he'll be out to punt this one away. Running punt here. Nice spiral kick that'll land at the 30 and take a bit of a Hagerstown roll to the 36, so 37. So punt there. And Shenandoah getting more good field position. They'll get at the Hagerstown 37, it looks like. 5:27 to go in the first quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2-0 Shenandoah. And a rather pedestrian offensive performance by both teams. Shenandoah has 1 first down and about 5 yards of total offense. Hagerstown with about -3. Actually, more than that, because the first snap counts as negative yardage. And this one's up the middle, and Allred to pick up 8. Silas Allred picks up 8. He powers down straight up the middle, and the underbelly of Hagerstown's defense, those at interior line getting exposed a little bit early. Call it 7 officially. 13 yards rushing for Allred. He's really the only guy who's done anything offensively. A couple of rushes of 6 and 7. Starks under center. In motion's Huff. He'll keep it this way after the fake and just dive forward and maybe gets a yard back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him nothing on that. And Brian Ray, you're exactly right. I do need an eye exam. But you know what? I have a mantra. I do not ask questions I don't want answers to, so I'm not going to ask that question. Because I know what the answer is going to be, and it's going to start with a B and end in ifocals. And I do not need that in my life right now. 3rd and short here for Shenandoah, about 3, in fact. And we're going to get our first timeout. Play clock was down. They're going to call timeout for Shenandoah. So, that gives us a chance on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2-0 Shenandoah. 4:05 left to go in the first quarter. It is TEC football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. Back at Shenandoah High School, and Silas Allred goes up the middle for 8 yards in the first down after the timeouts. Thanks to our good friends at the Career Center at Richmond High School. Got us a nice little video there. We got a flag in the play there after that quick run up the middle. That Silas Allred again. And we're getting a hold on Shenandoah to wipe that out. Update here from Northeastern. Connor Bray scores on a long run, leads Knightstown 6-0, thanks to Matt Palmieri on Twitter. Appreciate that. So 1st and 20 now for 17 officially for Shenandoah. Walcott on in motion. It's Silas Allred back up the middle, and he's been a workhorse for them tonight. Lots of whistles here. Maybe a fumble. They're going to call second down. Said he was down when the ball came out. So picks up. Let's see where they mark it here. Picks up 10 for Allred. He's got 31 yards rushing on 4 carries. And we're getting good, solid coaching advice from the stands again. I always like that. If you ever listened to my broadcast before, I'm a big fan. Allred again up the middle, and he's been tough to stop. Can't really blame him. Another 6 for Silas Allred. I think I might agree with the fans here. Let's see if Hagerstown can stop it first. Third and 2 now for Shenandoah as they are marching now. First real offensive drive for either team. More of our technical difficulties. I now have color bars on my screen, and I'm not entirely sure how to get rid of them. This one is to Huff on the sweep. And he'll get to the 10. Right at the first down marker. We'll see if they're going to probably have to measure this one. So now they're going to call it. First down, Shenandoah. First and goal now on the 10. So 3 yards there for Joe Huff. He's got 6. Brian Ray listening on the internet right now. Agrees with my assessment that the fans shouldn't coach, but he'd rather them coach than officiate. It's also worth mentioning Brian Ray's an official. He would think that. I used to be a former coach. I would rather them officiate, honestly. So we differ on that one. This is all right up the middle. He'll get stood up 1 yard in. Might have gained a yard. Second and goal from the 10 here for Shenandoah. Starks under center. Motion is Huff. This one will be Starks looking to throw. Can't find him, but he'll get sacked. Back to the 19, second sack for Hagerstown. Starks loses 19. Back to the 19, loses 9. They'll bring it a third and goal from the 19. And everybody's got to play for that in their playbook, right? Still 2-0. Shenandoah inside a minute to go in the first quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2-0. Starks looking to throw. Stands in the pocket. Rolls left. Now looking for room. Going to get a hold on Shenandoah, I think. And he's going to scramble down to the 13, but that's going to come back. That's going to be 10 yards from the spot. The foul's going to move all the way back to the 35. they're going to lose 25 yards in consecutive plays, Shenandoah does, as they have aimed their gun squarely at their foot. The sweat bee count, by the way, is winning. We're going to have a little contest here tonight, see how many sweat bees are on the screen in front of me compared to the score. And right now, sweat bees, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, Shenandoah 2. A lot of sweat bees on the screen in front of me is what I'm saying. They declined the penalty, so it brings up a 4th and goal from the 14. A little surprised by that. Apparently, much like most small schools, not really a kicker on the roster. Wolcott in motion. Starks looking to throw. Pressure up the middle. He's going to dump it off to Huff. Huff looking for room. He's going to scamper, get close to the goal line, and he's going to come up short. He'll be down at the 1-yard line. He got close, didn't quite get there. It was a 12-yard gain for Huff. Needed 13. And Hagerstown will take over on its own 1. That's technically a reception. So 12 yards on the reception for Joe Huff. So 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Still 2-0 Shenandoah on a 2-run double by. It is still very, very silly to consider. Wait a minute. We have a penalty. Is there a penalty? Do we miss a penalty? The defense for Hagerstown is still on. I thought that was. There was a penalty on the play. Clearly, now it's 4th and goal now from the 18, and none of us in the press box saw a penalty. So Shenandoah now with a chance again. Starks back to throw. He'll look wide, and it'll be picked off by Jalen Oliver. Oliver at the 1. Across the 15 to 20. He's got room. This time he's got one man to beat. And Silas already gets him down, but not before Jalen Oliver gets to the 48 of Shenandoah, and finally some good field position for Shenandoah. And that'll bring it to the end of the first quarter. So, a relatively exciting 2-0 game. 2-0. Shenandoah on the safety on the first play of the offensive series for Hagerstown on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Second quarter upcoming. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School and the Hagerstown Tigers on tonight's TEC Game of the Week on RadioTroy.com. They will take over on the Shenandoah 49-yard line, trailing it 2-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Hagerstown gets its first possession outside of their own 20. And the explosive Hagerstown offense has sputtered thus far. This one's a pitch now to Mason Hicks, and a couple of missed tackles. He'll pick up 4 on the play. Hicks with his first play for positive yardage, and that brings Hagerstown's total offense to 1. I was told by a colleague here in the press box that the Wind Farm Mill at the end zone end. That pays for a significant amount of things at Shenandoah High School. I would suggest that for Richmond High School, but you need wind at first before a windmill would work. Shotgun here for Gollier, 2nd and 6. And we'll blow that dead here before the play even gets started. Let's see what that call is. It's a delay of game on Hagerstown. We're moving back 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11 here for Hagerstown. Shotgun for Gollier. Gollier looking. 3-man rush. Steps up in the pocket. Now 4 joins the play. He'll spin around and he'll get sacked. He'll lose a ton there. He'll lose about 12. So the Hagerstown offense going in the wrong direction. So we're maybe a 3rd and a mile. .25 at least. Looks like 3rd and 25. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 in the slot at the far side. Option here, Hicks looking for rooms, not much of it. He'll gain 4. They needed 25. So punting unit will come out for sure, I suspect, on a 4th and about 21. .9:35 to go in the second quarter. Back to receive for Shenandoah is Joe Huff. And that's a spiral kick that'll land at 35. He'll get it on a nice hop, and he'll return it. He'll try to cut on the inside and can't get anywhere to go. And he ran a long way to get about 2 yards on the return, maybe 3. They'll take over on their own 35. They took 3 minutes off the clock there, Hagerstown. And honestly, if you're Hagerstown, given how poorly you're performing offensively at this point, some mistakes, you're only down 2. To borrow a basketball phrase, it's a one-possession game. Starks under center for Shenandoah. Walcott in motion. He'll give it to Allred up the middle. Silas Allred is a big fella, and I'll tell you why I know he's a big fella. Jake Combs for Hagerstown, 5'10", 190, had a hold of his jersey, and Allred dragged him a good 2 yards. That is impressive. Allred picked up 5 on that play. By my count, my sure to be wrong statistics, he's got 7 carries, 43 yards. Literally the only offensive performer for either team right now. Nobody's got more than about 6. This will be Allred again up the middle. Why not? Past the first down marker, he'll pick up another 8. First down for Shenandoah. 8:26 to go in the second quarter. First and 10 on the Hagerstown 49. Huff in motion. Right to left, he'll be Allred again. This time he'll get gobbled up before he even gets to the line of scrimmage. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it. That's the first time he's rushed. Actually had 1 yard, but other than that, every carry he's had has been at least 6. 6, 7, 8, 10, 6, a 5 there. But yeah, he's averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.5, 7 yards a carry. This is Walcott in motion. Starks will keep it. A roll right. Looks for somebody. He does find somebody. It's all red on the catch. He'll pick up 10 on the reception. And that's going to be close to the first down. They're going to call it a first down. On the 10-yard catch. $7:11 to go. Huff in motion. Hands off to Allred at the middle, and he gets gobbled up immediately again. Might have actually lost a yard this time. And he did. That's his 10th carry, 50 yards. 5 yards a carry on the average. And Allred will take a much needed breath. So they're going to take out 6 foot 195 Silas Allred and bring in number see who that was. 5, and that is 5 foot 855 pound Dallas Pugsley. That is not a like for like substitution. Allred, but they're going to give it to Pugsley, and he'll scamper to his left. He'll get taken down. He'll pick up 4. So Dallas Pugsley. He'll pick up 4. As Pugsley again up the middle, and he gets knocked down. Picks up 2. He's got 6 yards on 2 carries. Brings up a 4th and 4 for Shenandoah. No reason to punt here. Got a big lead, 2-0. They're going to try to bark him off sides. At least that's the way it appears. Now they're going to look at the sideline and see what they want to do. 8 seconds on the play clock. I suspect you're going to get a timeout, and we do. Timeout Shenandoah on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2-0. Shenandoah leads. 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Timeout Shenandoah. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Back at Shenandoah High School, TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. Got a couple of score updates for you. End of the first quarter, Tri leads Union City 8-6 in a conference game. End of one quarter, 16-0 Union County in Joel Hoffman's coaching debut. Good friend of mine, assistant coach of mine in my basketball days, so rooting for him. Here it's 2-0 Shenandoah. 5:15 to go, and they're driving on the 34 of Hagerstown on a fourth and 4, and that pass intended for Joe Huff. Nice play there by Owen Gallier. Breaks it up, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So turnover on downs here. And Hagerstown will get it at their own 34. Shotgun with 2 running backs now for Hagerstown. Hicks and Oliver. Oliver will get the pitch. Looking to make something happen. And he does, at least a little bit. Gets 5 yards on the play. In fact, outside of the fumble, the snap over the head of Owen Gallier for the safety, Jalen Oliver responsible for the biggest play of the game. The interception at their own 1 yard line, he returned for 50-plus yards. He gains 5 there on the run. This time it's Hicks. Hicks, he'll give it all right back up. A loss of about 3. Gallier in the shotgun. Hicks with him. In motion. All the way. That is Cody Swim on the end around. And he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Might have gained 3 on the run. We'll give him 3 on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. Pretty close to it. Yeah, that's what they're going to give him. So it'll end up being the 3rd and 10. Check that. 4th and 10. So punting unit back out, and it'll be Cody Swim to punt it away. To Joe Huff, who's standing at his own 30. This punt, good punt here from Swim. It's going to land at the 30 and check up there for Shenandoah and come to a rest at the 27. So Shenandoah will take over on its own 27. In a first half that's had exactly 2 plays of consequence, the snap over Owen Gallier's head on the first offensive play for Hagerstown, they resulted in safety, and the interception from Jalen Oliver on a 4th and goal at the 1 that he returned for 51 yards. And that's about it. The band sounded good. Starks under center. A little mix-up, not a mix-up there, but a misdirection there. And Silas Allred will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. See where they mark that. Oh, he got a yard. Richmond leading Connersville 13-0 right now. And as a Richmond High School graduate, I'm always happy when they are up 13-0 over Connersville. Second and 9 now for Shenandoah. This one is to Walcott. He's got a blocker out in front. He's got room. He's going to get caught from behind down to the 40. They'll get the first down. Gain of 10, 11. We'll give him 13 for Lane Walcott. Lincoln trailing Monroe Central 16-0. Not a terribly big surprise there. Huff around the outside, flag down. He'll get the first down, but I'm betting that's coming back. There's a flag about 1 yard in the backfield, and that is in the vicinity of holding. And it is a holding. So they'll wipe that about 15-yard gain from Huff off the board and move it back 10 yards. And end up being about a 1st and 21. First and 21 now for the Raiders on their own 29. Starks looking to throw. Can't find anybody. Flushed out to his left. Looking for help. He'll had a man there as Jordan Starks. And maybe perhaps a better pass there from Peyton Starks. He had to turn his whole body all the way around, rolling to his left. It just now occurred to me that Shenandoah's helmet is not necessarily Michigan. It's, in fact, half Michigan State, honestly. The right side has the two Michigan Wolverine stripes. The other side just has that kind of Spartan S, that Michigan State S. And that's not the least bit odd, to be honest with you. Second and 21 now for Shenandoah after the incomplete pass. Peyton Starks 2 for 4 for 22 yards. Walcott in motion. They'll give it back to Huff on the misdirection. Huff is going to work his way for a good 6 yards, dragged down by a host of white jerseys. They'll pick up, see what they give him. Give him about 7 yards for Joe Huff. 13 yards on 4 carries now for the Raiders' leading returning rusher. I think we're third and about 14, almost 15. Third and 14 officially. Minute 13 to go here in the second quarter. This is Starks. He'll roll to his left. Maybe a hold. Got away with that one. He's going to turn his body, looking deep, looking for Huff, and there's going to be no flag there. We're going to get a lot of unhappy fans right here in front of me. That's going to bring him fourth down with under a minute to go. Stay tuned for the halftime show. It's sponsored by our good friends at Square Donuts. They are awfully good. Brings up a 4th and 14 now for Shenandoah. Jalen Oliver back to receive the punt. And barring any trickeration, Hagerstown will get about a minute to get something done here. This punt here almost blocked. In fact, might have been blocked. It's a backspin. Doesn't even get to midfield. So that's a punt that is net about 8 yards. Check that. About 12 yards. I've never hit a pitching wedge with that much backspin. Sadly. Sadly, I've not hit a pitching wedge with that much backspin, but he got what he wanted. At least Hagerstown did. And Hagerstown will take over on the Shenandoah 43. And now Hagerstown now with 50 seconds to go and all 3 timeouts have a chance to make something happen here. And boy, what a boost to them to maybe take a lead going in the locker room. Guy you're looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. Running, finally finds his man. He finds Vincent, who gets it down to the 20. Doesn't get out of bounds, though. Nope, swim. Cody Swim. The first down, gain of, do the math here, 10, 25, 26. His first pass completion. That's Cody Swim. Grant Vince is number 15 on our first timeout to Shenandoah. Oh, check that, to Hagerstown. So Hagerstown takes his first timeout with 39 seconds to go, and they are inside, actually on the 20 of Shenandoah. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 2-0 Shenandoah, under a minute to go. And the first quarter is TEC Football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831. Or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Back at Shenandoah High School, 39.8 seconds to go. Here in Hagerstown on the Shenandoah 20, trying to cut into this 2-0 Shenandoah lead. Shotgun here for Hagerstown, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the far side. Gallier looking to throw. He's got time. They'll get a hold there. He'll get Mason Hicks on the dump off. That's going to come back, though. He's going to get inside the 10, but it's not going to matter. Hold on Hagerstown. That's going to move it back 10 yards. So they lose 10 seconds and 10 yards. That is a costly hold. That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and that foul was 6 yards in the backfield. So they're actually going to lose 16 yards and 10 seconds. So a crippling foul there for the Tigers. Stay tuned for the halftime show, sponsored by Square Donuts of Richmond. We'll get you all the scores and all the stats we can find. We're going to get a timeout. I'm not sure what the timeout here is. We're going to see what's going on there. It's not a timeout. I mean, it's a timeout by the officials, but nobody called timeout. We'll see what we got. This doesn't appear that anybody did anyway. And head coach Scott Snodgrass on the far side has a it might have been the play clock not reset, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see. They're still having a meeting. Donald Trump's meetings aren't this long. And we're going to go talk to Jordan McCaslin, Shenandoah's head coach, explain what's going on here. And we have no idea what just happened right there. They talked to both head coaches, didn't make a signal of any kind, and we're back at it. Brings up a 2nd and a mile. Clock's running. This one fumble there on the snap, but Gallier picks it up and throws it, and we're going to gain 0 yards. We're going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 9 seconds to go now. We'll bring up a 2nd and basically goal here at this point. Timeout Hagerstown. Their 2nd. And we'll see what they've got in the bag for a 2nd and basically goal from the 26 with 9 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break, come back with the final of the finish of this second quarter. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Back at Shenandoah High School, it is 2-0 Shenandoah with 9 seconds to go in the first half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Hagerstown now with a 2nd and basically goal from the 36-yard line. And the ball on the 30. It's technically 1st and 26, but with 9 seconds to go, it's basically 1st and 36. Or 2nd and 36. Back to throw is Gallier. Gallier's got lots of time. Now he's got to find some space. He finds his space. He's going to look deep. This is going to go all the way to the end zone. We're looking for Oliver, and it is knocked down. And that'll do it. First half is over. Your score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 2-0 Shenandoah. Never thought I'd say that at halftime, but here I am. 2-0 Shenandoah. We'll be back with the halftime show, sponsored by Square Donuts of Richmond. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Knute Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North 8th Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665. Go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Welcome back to Shenandoah High School. It is halftime. The Shenandoah band on the field. It is 2-0 Shenandoah in a rather eventless first half. We'll give you the stats and the scores we've got here on the halftime show, sponsored by our good friends at Square Donuts of Richmond. Let's give you the there's really only 2 plays. Let's be realistic. There's only 2 plays. After a 3-and-out, let's even back up there. Hagerstown with the kickoff. Goes to the onside kick to open the game. Forces Shenandoah on a 3-and-out. And gets the ball in their own 16. The very first snap for Hagerstown is the snap over Owen Gollier's head. Recovered for a safety, and it's 2-0 Shenandoah right out of the gates. Not much after that until right at the end of the first quarter. Shenandoah with a 4th and goal from, I want to say the 16 off the top of my head. It was intercepted by Jalen Oliver at his own 1-yard line. He traveled all the way to the 51-yard line, dragged down by Silas Allred, who was the last man there to drag him down. And that's really it. Otherwise, a relatively uneventful first half with lots of 3-and-outs and lots of punts. It is 2-0 Shenandoah. These stats will bear that out for Hagerstown. I have Owen Gallier is 1 of 3 for 30 yards. Receiving is Jalen Oliver, no catches. Cody Swim with a catch for 26. Mason Hicks a catch for 3. Rushing, Owen Gallier, 3 carries, -15. 1 was a big sack. Mason Hicks, 4 carries, 6 yards. Jalen Oliver, a carry for 5. Cody Swim, a carry for 3. And that's it. Total yards for Hagerstown is 29. -1 on the rushing. For Shenandoah, not much better. Peyton Starks, 2 of 4 for 22. Rushing, 24 yards, 24 carries, 69 yards. Most of that is Silas Allred, who's been the MVP of this game by far. Offensively, anyway, 11 carries, 51 yards. Joe Huff, 4 carries, 13 yards. Lane Wolcott, 3 carries, 7. Peyton Starks, 4 carries, -8. One of those is a couple of sacks. And Dallas Pugsley, 2 carries, 6 yards. Huff and Allred with a catch each for 12 and 10. Scores around the area. Here's what I've got. Tri still leading Union City 8-6 in the only conference game that is in the area. Union County blowing out Oldenburg Academy is 32-0. Joel Hoffman will get his first. Appears to be getting his first win, and everybody's cool with being over 500. I would give nothing more than being 1 game over 500. Looks like he's going to be 1 game over 500. Richmond leading Connersville 16-0. Monroe Central leading Lincoln 16-0. Still missing scores from around the area from Centerville at Delta. If you're out there and you know that score, let us know. Northeastern at Nicetown, we had an early score on that one. It was 6-0 Northeastern early. South Adams at Winchester, we're also looking for that score. So if you got those scores, let us know on Twitter at Scott on the Air. All one word, all lowercase. Scott, 2 T's. On the air. Otherwise, that's what we have for the halftime show sponsored by our good friends at Square Donuts. We'll be back with the start of the second half. CC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The girls volleyball will be here in Shenandoah.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Hi, this is Troy Derankowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place. That's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeb Eubank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame.
back in Middletown, Indiana at Shenandoah High School. It's time for the third quarter. It is 2-0. Shenandoah on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. One more score to update from halftime. Delta leading Centerville 21-7. I want to thank our sponsor, Square Donuts of Richmond. There is no better place in town to get your donuts than Square Donuts of Richmond. It's not even close.
Hang on to the edge of your seat. It's the second half.
Check it out. The public address center is saying hang on to the edge of your seat. It's a 2-0 game. Good for... He's doing his job. We'll give him that. Squib kick we picked up. But Grant Vincent, he's got some room, gets it out to the 40, gets dragged down, and that's where Hagerstown will start the second half on their own 40. Well, let's hope, no matter who you're a fan of, that we get a few more points. At this point, if you found out Shenandoah beat Hagerstown 2-0 in soccer, you'd think that'd be about right. I'm not sure Hagerstown's got a soccer team. I'm guessing they don't. They don't. If they did, I'm sure Owen Gallier would be on it. He's been here for 7 years. He's got to be a letter in something else. Shotgun for Gallier. This one will be to Oliver. He's got to make one man miss. And he can't. Good tackle there in the open field. It's number 14, Lane Wolcott. Nice tackle there. Oliver will get maybe to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll gain one. His first pass reception for 1 yard. Shotgun now again. 4 wide receivers. This one now. Someone new. Cameron Pertha with the catch. A name from last year we've said many times, and first time we said his name tonight, he gains 2. That's clearly the halftime adjustment for Hagerstown is to spread out Shenandoah's defense and see if Hagerstown can use their speed. 3rd and 6. Ten seconds on the play clock. Look at the sidelines, getting the call from Coach Scott Snodgrass. This will be kept by Gallier, and he can't find anything. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 4th and 6 for Hagerstown. Let's see what the call here is for Hagerstown, what they're going to do. And smartly, they'll send Cody Swim back to punt it away. Joe Huff will be back to receive. His own 25 or so. Walking back to his 20. This one is a spiraling kick that'll go out of bounds at about the 25. Let's see where they mark it. We'll see how close that was, and I was not close. It's at 30. It's 5 yards off. So a 3 and out for Hagerstown. Still trailing by only 2. That's the good news. The bad news is you're still getting shut out. 1st and 10 for Shenandoah on their own 30. Starks under center. Huff in motion. He'll get in on the end around. Cuts inside. Gets some room. Down the sidelines. Get to the 50. Get pushed out of bounds on the Hagerstown side. That is a gain of 10-21 for Joe Huff.
First down, Blue Games.
So Joe Huff, his first big run of the game, a 21-yard gain, and our first real burst of offense. That's all right up the middle. He picks up 9. And really, each team has had one big play. Hagerstown with the pass to Cody Swim for 26, and that one right there for 21. Otherwise, it's been a whole lot of Novocaine from Silas Allred. And more of the same as he lumbers forward for another 3 and a first down.
And it's Allred up the middle, brought down by Lake 11.
Now I will tell you, from a distance, Starks under motion, Walcott in motion. Huff on the inside, breaks it on the end of the secondary. Gets tackled, gets to the 20 or so. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what that is. It's a gain of about 15. We'll see where that is. They're still discussing what that flag is about. It's going to be personal foul on Hagerstown. I'm assuming that's a face mask. That'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So give Huff the roughly 17 yards. They were going to spot it at about the 25. So give him the about 13 yards on the run, and then an extra 15 on top of that. So now it's at the 10-yard line. Shenandoah running a real risk of scoring. This one is up the middle. Silas Allred. He'll lumber all the way down to about the 3-yard line before he stood up. They'll blow that dead. They'll gain about 8. We'll see where they mark it. They gain about 8 for Allred. He's got 71 yards. This one will be Allred up the middle. Touchdown, Shenandoah. It was just a matter of time, you felt like. And the Silas Allred Novocaine offense has worked just fine for Shenandoah. 15 carries, 74 yards, now touchdown. Eight 0 now, Shenandoah. And the extra point to follow. This is Gavin Patrick, 6'4" junior, wearing number 78, the long tradition in the East Central Indiana of smaller schools putting kickers out there with large numbers. That is a towed ball that will be through the uprights. That one is good. 9-0 Shenandoah. .7:58 to go in the third quarter, and the Tigers now trail at 9-0 here at Shenandoah. You can hear in the crowd mic in the background, the student section, reminding us all who the kicker is, Gavin Patrick. So now Hagerstown with their work cut out for them now. They've done virtually nothing offensively here against the Shenandoah defense. Now they got to do more. Down 2 scores. 9-0 Shenandoah.
Oh, forgive me, Miss Golf, wherever you are. Folks are hospitality room food was supplied by Frank Marmier.
And kicking off for Shenandoah, number 51, Dylan Frost, 6'3", 265, one of the biggest kickers I've ever seen in my whole life. And that one is a top that'll be picked up and down out of bounds at about the 29-yard line for Hagerstown. So Hagerstown will take over on its own 29. And they need some offense. 7:58 to go, 7:57 to go here in the third quarter. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve. And out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hagerstown back at it. They'll give it to Mason Hicks, who bounced off a couple of tackles and picks up maybe 2. Lots of punishment there for not a whole lot of gain. Actually, gain almost 5. 4, let's call it 4. Wolcott with the tackle. We'll give him 4 on that for Mason Hicks. 5 carries, 10 yards. Hagerstown needs a momentum-killing drive right here. This is Hicks. Gallier will keep it, though, and lose a couple. That one Gallier, but my stats has 5 carries, negative 17 yards. Now, one was a large sack, which shouldn't really count. It's got to count against somebody, so it's him. Brings up a 3rd and 8 now for Hagerstown. 3 wide receivers in a bunch formation here on the near side. Shotgun for Gallier. Gallier looking to throw. Across the middle, finds his man. It is Cody Swim. He'll come up short. Well, that was pretty close. Pick up a 4th and if it's not a first down, it's 4th and less than a yard. And they called it a first down. I kind of thought that came up a little short. That was a very generous first down call. And I think that's, am I wrong? This is the first, no, second first down offensive for Hagerstown tonight. And the fans here, I think, rightly thought that was a pretty generous first down call. Gallier looking to throw. He kind of throws it up for, grabs it, it's picked off down the sidelines. He's going to go. Touchdown, Shenandoah. Gabe Young with the pick 6. So Gallier just kind of threw that up for grabs there, and Gabe Young, 6-foot junior, jumped all over it and ran untouched down the sidelines for the touchdown. Makes it 15-0 Shenandoah, and the job for Hagerstown just got a whole lot worse. And I told you that PAT is good from Gavin Patrick. And I told you that would needed to be a momentum-killing drive for Hagerstown. Instead, it added to the momentum of Shenandoah. It's now 16-0. 14 unanswered here in the third quarter by Shenandoah. Not exactly what you want if you're a Hagerstown fan. Richmond leads Connersville 16-8 in the third quarter. So kickoff coming here, almost certainly to be another squib from the very large Dylan Frost. who's an offensive lineman by trade. He's not bigger than the kicker from Lincoln was last year, but he's pretty big. Back to receive is Mason Hicks. It's not really going to matter. It's been squibbed both times. Here comes Dylan Frost. This one in the air now to the corner. It'll roll out of bounds for the penalty. So flag down, it'll be an illegal procedure. Hagerstown will take over on its own 35, I think, yes, 35. So first turnover of the game. Second turnover. It's an interception at the end of the first quarter by Hagerstown. It was going to be a change of possession on the downs anyway. But then this one's the pick six by Gabe Young. 6:16 to go in the third quarter, and Hagerstown now really needs a good drive and preferably a score. Had a whole lot of trouble solving this Shenandoah defense. Oliver in motion. Gallier looking to throw. He will. It's a lob to Oliver, and that was almost caught. It was caught, in fact. Thought he dropped it there. That's 10, 25 yards for Jalen Oliver. I thought he dropped it. His body language suggested he dropped it, but I think he was more irritated he didn't break the tackle. So Hagerstown with its second good play here, offensively. They've got nothing out of the running game. I mean, literally absolutely nothing out of the running game. They have negative rushing yards, and that'll be a false start on Hagerstown. .58 yards passing now for Hagerstown. That has by far and away been their best mode of offense. They move back 5 yards in the false start. Shotgun again for Gallier. First and 15 now from the 45 of Shenandoah. This one will be kept by Gallier. And he can't find any place to go. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage maybe. They tried that play a number of times. It has worked none of those times. Where Gallier will fake the handoff to somebody and keep it himself. And it is clear that head coach Jordan McCaslin has said key on number 7. And they're not buying what Owen Gallier's selling. Brings up a second and 15. 5:19 to go in the quarter. Oliver in motion. Gallier rolling to his left, looking for Oliver. Does find Oliver with a catch at the 20-yard line, and Gallier got hit down pretty hard, but he'll get up, dust himself off. 10, 20, 25 yards again for Jalen Oliver. He's got 3 catches, 51 yards, another 25 for Gallier. He's got 83 now on 8 attempts. And by far and away, the very best offensive possession Hagerstown has had. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. Hagerstown driving. Oliver in motion. They'll roll towards Oliver's side. Gallier looking to throw. He'll throw it up for grabs. And it might get picked off. Doesn't get picked off. Should have been picked off. And that was Gabe Young again, had a shot at it and just couldn't bring it in, and that was tipped around. It was intended for Jalen Oliver. Oliver wasn't even looking for it. Second and 10 now for Hagerstown, 4:58 to go here in the third quarter. 12-0 Northeastern over Knightstown. Check that, 20-7. As Jesus Jimenez retweeting things in the wrong order. 20-7, Northeastern over Knightstown right now. Motion for Jalen Oliver. Little mix up there. Gallier will keep it. Makes one man miss. Picks up 3. 7 carries, negative 14 for Owen Gallier. Give him 4, actually, officially. 7 carries, negative 13. I could do the yards per carry, but you don't want to know. 4:30 and running here in the third quarter. Hagerstown desperate for a score here. Get on the scoreboard. Oliver in motion. He'll hand it to him. No, he won't. Gallier will reverse run. He's got it around the corner. First down, Hagerstown. Maybe a broken play there as Gallier had to pivot and turn the other way and just outran the Shenandoah defense to the corner. He picks up 6. Gets it down to about the 4-yard line. So call it 13 for Gallier on the run. He's up to 0 yards rushing. First and goal on the 4 for Hagerstown. I like the keeper from Gallier here. This one's Mason Hicks up the middle. They'll bounce off a tackler, bounce to the outside. Touchdown, Hagerstown. So a good answer here for Hagerstown, bouncing back from that pick 6. And Mason Hicks rumbles in from 4 yards out for the touchdown to get Hagerstown on the board. (16-6) Shenandoah. And 2-point conversion to coming. 2-point conversion makes it a touchdown game. Shotgun for Gallier on the 2-point conversion. Oliver in motion. He'll keep it himself, looking to throw. He finds a man in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So 16-6, a 10-point game. 3:47 to go in the quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 16-6 Shenandoah. It's TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Today's game is being brought to you by our Richmond area Subways. Enjoy the Subway sub of the day. Monday is the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken breast. Wednesday is the turkey breast. Thursday, Italian BMT. Friday's tuna. Saturday, Black Forest ham. Sunday, meatball marinara. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Back at Shenandoah High School, Hagerstown on the board, 16-6. They trail it. 3:47 to go here in the third quarter. Lights are on here in the press box. Lights are on here on the field. I've got a windmill, a large wind farm windmill to my left, and a cornfield in front of me with enough people standing on the fence to make it a little bit weird. I saw Children of the Corn. I like that. Although none of them were dressed like Children of the Corn, that would have been much worse. So the first kickoff for Hagerstown since the opening kickoff, and this will be another onside, which might have been recovered by Hagerstown. Did it go far enough? We're going to get close on this. It was recovered by Hagerstown, but I'm not sure it went far enough, and it didn't. It needs to go 10 yards to be a legal onside kick. It went about 9.5. Good hop, though, on the kick, and Shenandoah will take it over in good field position. More discussion by the guys in stripes. We'll see what the man in the white hat says. It should be Shenandoah's football, and it is on the Hagerstown 49. So onside kick was successful, just not far enough. And Hagerstown's got to get a stop here. And right now, the Shenandoah offense, specifically Silas Allred, it's been tough to stop, and he's going to get it right here. And they're going to stop him the first one. He's going to lose a yard. Allred, he's got 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. 16 carries, 73 yards now. Second and 11 now for Shenandoah. This one is Joe Huff, and he can't make it to the corner. They'll get pulled down. He might actually lose a yard as well. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to give him 1 yard back to the original line of scrimmage. I want to say congratulations here, and I didn't know this, but I knew he'd been around here long, but my boss here, Troy Darengowski, will be his 33rd overall high school football kickoff and his 28th here in Richmond. He started doing games my junior year in high school, if that tells you how old he is or how old I am. Actually, might have been my senior year in high school now that I think about it. In 1990 football, so that would have been my senior year in high school. I am getting ready to turn 44 in 2 weeks. That tells you how old he is. Congratulations to Troy. And Starks looking to throw here, and he throws it off the face mask of Jordan Starks, who wants a penalty, and he's not going to get it. Third and 10 now for Shenandoah. So thanks to Troy, let me do this now for my third year. I'm a little behind on him. It's my 5th year in broadcasting. My first 2 with an unnamed radio station. But my 3rd here with Radio Troy. So I want to thank Troy and Suzanne for letting me have a little fun here on the airwaves worldwide. So 4th and 10 here for Shenandoah. Punting unit out here. And that punt is a nice spiral that'll be fielded on a fair catch at the 15 by Jalen Oliver. So Hagerstown will take it over on his own 15. So 1st and 10 now for Hagerstown on their own 15, 2:06 to go in the third quarter, and they could really use another score. They're down 2 scores, down 10, 16-10 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Gallier now in the shotgun, as he's been all night. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Oliver in motion. He'll take the handoff. No, Gallier keeps it, and he finally gets a positive gain here. Gains about 7. 9 carries, 7 yards for Gallier. Last year he had 1,100 yards rushing on 24 touchdowns. He has 7 tonight. Mason Hicks had 1,300 yards rushing last year and 17 touchdowns. He has 10 tonight. So 2,400 yards rushing for Hagerstown last year combined is being held to 17 here tonight. Oliver in motion. Gallier rolls to his right, looking for Oliver. Finds Oliver, and that's going to be a flag. It's got to be a flag, and it is. He got hit before the ball even got there, and that'll be a pass interference on Shenandoah. They got Gabe Young there. And we'll say they're discussing. They're going to discuss with Hagerstown what they want to do here. I can't imagine there's much discussion. It's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a first down on a pass interference. So Hagerstown will pick it up 1st and 10 now on their own 37, 38. Rolling right. Actually, there'll be a fake handoff there. It's up the middle. It's Mason Hicks. Up the middle is going to be a one-man miss. Cuts to the outside. To pass the 40, 35, 30. Wrestled down at the 20, 15. Out of bounds at the 15. Big run by Mason Hicks. We'll see where they spot it. Right at the 14-yard line. So that's 30, 36. That's a 48-yard run for Mason Hicks. And Hagerstown now knocking on the door.
The leader of the Raider Rally, Woodmore. Woodmore, come on up and claim your prize.
Oliver in motion. Collier looking for some room. Can't find it. He's going to get dragged down. He's going to lose 4 yards. Score update from my boss, Radio Troy. Connersville and Richmond, 16-16. Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, you got to have that get it.
Brings up a 2nd and 15 now for Hagerstown. Under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Gallier tries to give it to Oliver. Does give it to, Hicks, and he'll gain about 3. Nearly fumbled it. Kind of crossed their wires there. I'm actually going to give him only 1. Under 16 seconds to go, and they're going to let this one run out, I suspect. 12 seconds to go in the quarter, 24 on the play clock. We'll see what happens. We're going to snap it. Gallier looking to throw. Needs to find somebody who's going to lob it up to the end zone. It's going to be thrown out of bounds. Good play there by Owen Gallier with .2 to go. It's going to bring up a 4th and 14 with .2 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Congratulations to Raider Rowdy leader Luke Moore for being our Garrett leader this evening.
12 seconds to go on the play clock.
Shut this thing down.
They got to run a play. 6 seconds to go on the play clock. Oliver in motion. 3 seconds. Gallier looking to his right. Looking to throw. He's got a reverse field. Now he's going to throw it to the far corner. Looking for swim and touchdown. Hagerstown. Wow. Cody Swim in the corner of the end zone all the way across the field. Not exactly how you draw it up, but it counts nonetheless. Touchdown Hagerstown, 16-12. The last play of the third quarter, Cody Swim with the touchdown. That was a 14-yard. Catch for Cody Swim. He has got 40 yards receiving on 2 catches and a touchdown. And that kick is no good. So 16-12 now Shenandoah. And so 14 unanswered, actually 16 unanswered for Shenandoah, followed by 12 unanswered for Hagerstown. It's time for the fourth quarter. It's your Wesley-based wealth management scoreboard. Fourth quarter coming up. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School. It is 16-12 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Hagerstown on a 12-0 run. Couple of touchdowns. Can't convert the extra points, but it's 12-0 in the momentum now in Hagerstown's favor as they're going to kick it off from their own 40. They recovered the onside kick last time. It didn't go far enough. We'll see what they've got here. And we're going to get a miscommunication on the... Hagerstown has 3 kickers out there. One to kick it straight away, one to kick onside left, one to kick onside right. And apparently they didn't know who was kicking. So 3 kickers, no kicks. And a 5-yard penalty for Hagerstown. Move back to 35. So we're going to try this again. Maybe have lost the element of surprise, perhaps. End of third quarter in Richmond, 16-16. This one will be an onside kick. And that is touched by a Shenandoah player, but I think he recovered his own gaffers. That hit him right on the chest plate. That was number 12, Ty Sanders, the junior. That hit him right in the chest and bounced up in the air, and he caught it anyway. Could have been disaster for Shenandoah. Instead, they're going to have more good field position on the Hagerstown 45. 11:57 to go in the game. They've got a 4-point lead. In motion is Walcott. This will be Allred up the middle. Finds a little seam, picks up 10. Be a first down. And Silas Allred, 17 carries, 83 yards on my sure to be wrong statistics. Try up 14-6 on Union City, and the only winner of that will be atop the TEC, albeit probably temporarily, but still atop the TEC. Three on the play clock. Huff in motion. This will be up the middle to Allred. Check that. It'll be kept by Starks. He'll pick up about 4. Second and now 6 for Shenandoah. 7 officials on the scoreboard. This will be handed out to Allred up the middle. And he'll get the first down. Another 5 for Silas Allred. So first and 10 now for Shenandoah at the 25 of Hagerstown as they are efforting to put at least one nail in the coffin, maybe not all of them, but one nail in the coffin of Hagerstown. Allred. No, this is Huff on the counter. Picks up 4. 2nd and 7 now for the Raiders. 9:28 and counting. This is Allred. Off the right side. Picks up a few. About maybe 5. About another 4 on that. He's got 92 yards on 19 carries. Third and 3 now. 2 official on the scoreboard. Starks underneath center. 8 on the play clock. In motion is Wolcott. He'll get it on the end around. No, it's up the middle to Allred. They fooled me. He'll drag people down to the 10. Another first down. And more time comes off the clock for Hagerstown. He picked up about 8. 100 yards now for Allred.
First down, and first and goal.
First and goal now on the 10-yard line for Shenandoah. .822 and counting. Touchdown here would be awfully hard to come back from. Five, 6 to go on the play clock. 2, 1, motion for Huff. Up the middle for Allred. Touchdown, Shenandoah. 10-yard run for Silas Allred. And he's been the star tonight by far. His second touchdown. Makes it 22-12. With the ever-popular Kevin Patrick out to try the extra point. Patrick, that'll get blocked. He can return. No, he can't. He whistled it dead. His block stayed in the air. I thought that was a live ball, but I am not a football coach by any stretch. 22-12, 8:01 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, Hagerstown needs a lot of big plays. We'll see if they can do it when we come back. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports and the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School is 22-12. Shenandoah leads this one with 8:01 to go in the fourth quarter. And Silas Allred with the second touchdown. He's got 110 yards rushing on 21 carries by my sure-to-be-wrong statistics. Last year, it's worth mentioning, so I didn't mention him in the pregame, as a freshman, 50 carries, 205 yards, 4.1 average with 5 touchdowns. He's got almost half of last year's total here tonight. More than half. This one is kicked. Long line drive to Mason Hicks. He'll pick it up his own 2. A traditional bring back here as Mason Hicks will spin his way to about the 23, 22. So Hagerstown started on their own 22, and they need scores. They need them in a hurry. I got to be honest with you, the onside kick there has really caused some field position problems, giving short fields to Shenandoah, especially that last one. That onside kick doesn't work. Shenandoah's got basically 3 or 4 first downs, and they're knocking on the door. Hagerstown's 74 offensive lineman. Luke Kaufman slow to get out there. He's out there now. 12 on the play clock. Gallier hands it off to Hicks. Hicks will bounce right, finds a little space, gains 5. Well, 3. Give him 3. Hicks now 8 carries, 62 yards. This is a fumble here as that is a new quarterback, I just now noticed. There's Noah Snodgrass, the freshman. I do not see Owen Gallier. Number 12, Noah Snodgrass, the freshman, now in at quarterback, and he fumbles that one for a loss of 3. So Noah Snodgrass. And I did not see an injury to Owen Gallier. We'll see if we can figure that out. Timeout, Hagerstown. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Owen Gallier. 6:42 to go. They trail it by 10. It's TEC football and Radio Troy Digital Sports and the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Back at Shenandoah High School, 6:42, and the Tigers trail at 22-12. Owen Gallier back in the game, and with reckless speculation, I'm going to guess it was cramps. So he was stretching his calves out as he was coming back out. So Gallier back out. He'll roll left, looking to throw. He'll slip one tackle. Now he's out in the clear. He's got room to throw, and he's got a man. It is Swim, and he overthrows him by just a hair. Good coverage anyway by Gabe Young. That'll bring up a 4th and about 13. We got a flag on the play. Yeah, I think it's an illegal forward pass. He might have been past the line of scrimmage. Good call on my colleague down there who I can't see. That's going to push him back there anyway. It's going to bring up a 4th down. This loss of down. So it's going to make up a 4th. They're going to decline the penalty, but still they lose the down. So it's going to be 4th and 14. Here comes the punting unit. So 6:31 down 10. They're going to punt it away. But you're in the shadow of your own goalpost. Can't really argue with the decision there. And Cody Swim back to punt it. Joe Huff back to receive, and he's on the Hagerstown 45 to receive it. Good snap. This punt is off, and it's a good one. Huff will catch it on the run. He'll make one man miss. No, he won't. And it's a fumble. Fumble's out. And that's Hagerstown's ball. And I got to give credit where credit's due. That was big number, and I didn't catch the number. I want to say it was 57 that had a hold of him. Jerron Barker, the sophomore. I may be wrong on that. It was in the 50s, and he wouldn't let go. When they wrestled him down, he fumbled on the way out. And big play there for Hagerstown. And it's basically a long pass that ends up at the Shenandoah 45. So a fumble by Joe Huff on the punt. And now Hagerstown with new life. 6:18 to go, and now with the ball in Shenandoah territory. Down 10. Gallier in shotgun. That's a fake pitch on the inside. He's going to try to make people miss. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And again, we've got to stop here, so we got a problem with the clock. And all the fans are yelling clock like nobody in here has figured it out. .608, and it's frozen in time. I'm hoping that's real-time frozen because I don't really want to turn 44. And they are trying to start the clock, and it is not working, and there's some... They're going to write everything down, and we're going to have a slight delay. Taking pictures of the scoreboard, smart guy down there. So they're talking to the guys up here, and they're going to restart this. They're actually going to restart the scoreboard completely and see if that works. Still saying 6:08. I'm really hoping we just stop time and we're just floating here because I don't have to turn 44 next week. As they're working on it. If they can't do this, I'll do my very best to keep the clock on the. I'm going to probably fail miserably at it, but I'll see what I can do. Still working on the scoreboard. Try up 20-6 on Union City. 22-12 with 6:08 here to go as they're working on the scoreboard. Monroe Central blowing out Lincoln 38-0. That's not a surprise at all. Lincoln struggled mightily last year. Monroe Central was really good. As it's like an emergency room triage in here. So we've got like 5 people around the scoreboard. They're all trying to do different things. We'll give credit to the nice folks at Shenandoah as they are doing their very best to get this thing fixed. The public address announcer now. That is fantastic. He's saying while they're working on the clock, the brats are still in the concession stand. That is a salesman right there. Last I saw, it was 16-16 for, Richmond and Connorsville. It is not Coach Abe Toffick's first game. It was his first game at Richmond.
Careful, they're going to shut power. No, these guys. Kill the master.
They are shutting the power?
No, I was going to say, if he shuts the main off, you might be losing.
Yeah, let's not do that. They're considering shutting the main off. Let's, rest assured, if we're off the air here in a quick second, we'll be on as soon as we can. Do whatever you got to do to get the game on, but still. Yeah, I just... Okay, so the 25-second play clock works. They're going to keep the time on the field. I'm going to do my very best to keep the time here. It'll obviously be unofficial. Okay, so the scoreboard's right with the exception of the time. The play clock works. It's just the clicker that turns the time off and on isn't working, so I will do my very best to keep that for you on my scoreboard. Or maybe they got it working. Well, we've got some movement on the clock. So clock is now running. It is official. It is now running. We are back to playing football. It's still running, and they're not letting them run a play. They need the time. Now, they just realized their mistake. They started the clock before they actually started the play. So they ran a good 10 seconds off the clock before they even allowed Hagerstown to run a play, which I can't imagine they wanted to do, so they're in the wrong order. Now we can run it. Here we go, Gallagher in shotgun. He slips the tackle. We got a flag on the play. We're going to see what happens there. We're going to have the flag there. I'm not sure what the flag's about. Personal foul on Shenandoah. Probably a face mask, I suspect. We'll see. They're going to rock it off 15 yards from that spot. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5, I think, if I got it right. Stay tuned after the game. We'll choose our player of the game. Is sponsored by the Richmond area Subways. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway Eat Fresh. 2nd and about 5 now after the 15-yard penalty, starting the clock. Shotgun for Gallagher. Looking to throw. Blitz off the left side. It's a screen, and it'll be caught by Mason Hicks. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's got to make some moves. Spins off one man and gains a good 3 yards. We get a clock. They stopped the clock. I didn't see a flag. We'll see. Flag on the play. Illegal block. .5:35 to go. That'll move it back 10 yards, and they'll make it, 15. And we're right back where we started. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 13 or so. Shotgun here. 4 wide receivers for Hagerstown. They need scores. They need them quick. Guy you're looking to throw. He's got time. Steps into one. Down the middle of the field. That's going to be picked off. Picked off by Jordan Starks. He's still running past the 40. He'll get stacked up at the 43, and that might just do it. Jordan Starks with the pick. Good-looking throw, just way overthrown. And Hagerstown gives it right back. 2nd interception for Gallagher. And 5:01, Hagerstown is going to put a whole lot of Novocaine in this game as they're going to get it on their own 43. Shenandoah now. You're going to see a lot of running plays here, I suspect. 4:49 to go, and it's a 2nd and 1. That's Science All Red. Picks up a yard. 111 yards and 22 carries, a couple of touchdowns. We have our Richmond area Subway's player of the game, and I have a pretty decent idea who that might be. This one is All Red. Up to him. Check that. It's Huff on the end around. He'll lose a couple, but they're eager to lose yards. It means taking time off. He'll lose 3. Under 4 minutes to go here in this one. Third and 11 now for the Raiders. 3:40 to go. As Starks looking to throw, he's going to get sacked. And smart play there by Starks, who just take the sack. Keeps the clock running. They'll punt it away. Timeout. I'm assuming Hagerstown, and it is. Timeout Hagerstown, 3:20 to go. We'll take a break as well. It's the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 22-12. Shenandoah leads it. 3:20 to go. They've got the ball running, trying to run out the clock. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School, 22-12. Shenandoah leads this one. Hagerstown down to their last timeouts. And they're going to get the ball back here with 3:20 to go. And 82 scores, down 10. Jordan Starks back. And we're going to get a flag here as roughing the kicker is going to be the deal. Jalen Oliver almost fumbles it. He's got the ball now, 35, 40, and he'll get wrestled down. We're going to see whether that's a roughing the kicker or running into the kicker. One is going to be, I think if it's roughing the kicker, it's 15 yards, an automatic first down. Personal foul to 15-yarder. And that'll make it a first down for Hagerstown. I'm sorry, Shenandoah. And if that's the case, that may just, that's at least another nail in the coffin if that's the case. So 15 yards, brings it back to the original line of scrimmage. Okay, I'm not sure. I think it's first down. It should have been first down, and it is. So first down, Shenandoah. 3:06 to go on the roughing the kicker, and that's a big play. And one of a few, more than a few mistakes on Hagerstown's part here tonight. And I will tell you, every team makes mistakes. There's no question about that. That's not the thing. But the timing and the severity of the mistakes here for Hagerstown has been just crushing. Allred with the carry got 0 yards. He's got 23 carries, 111 yards, a couple touchdowns. And Hagerstown's going to get an encroachment. Shenandoah has beaten Hagerstown in 4 straight in 5 of the last 6, and it appears to be 5 straight in 6 of the last 7. It appears that's where it's headed with less than 2.5 minutes, 2:28, and the clock is running. And maybe you're about, with a one timeout for Hagerstown, you're a first down away from really putting this thing away. 2nd and 5 if it's not already away. This is Allred, up the middle. He'll pick up another 3, brings up a 3rd and 2. One timeout for Hagerstown if they use it right here. Not going to use it here. Still down 2 scores. They need some explosive big plays, and Hagerstown's not going to do it. They may have just called no mas. That's the extent of my Spanish skills. Ask my Spanish teacher in high school, she'll agree. Minute and a half left to go in this one. Shenandoah with a first down here will stall it away. This will be Walcott on the inside handoff. He won't get the first down, and then we'll get the timeout from Hagerstown, I suspect, and we do. They get the line of scrimmage. Walcott with 7 yards rushing. Last timeout for Hagerstown, 1:17 to go. Fourth and 3 now for Shenandoah. Timeout Hagerstown. Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 22-12 Shenandoah, 1:17 to go. For TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Back in Middletown, Indiana, Shenandoah High School. They lead this 22-12 over the Hagerstown Tigers. 1:17 to go here with a punt on the way, or at the very least a 4th down. They're going to go for it in 4th and 2. Overtime in Richmond. Richmond and Connorsville. 4th and 2. Huff in motion. Allred's going to get the call here, I suspect. 15 seconds on the play clock. Starks will stand up, and we'll get a timeout from Shenandoah as they just tried to bark him off sides, and nobody bit. We'll keep it right here and tell you to stick around for the Richmond Area Subway's play of the game. It is being brought to you by Richmond Area Subways. Enjoy the Subway sub of the game. Monday is sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, oven roasted chicken breast. Wednesday's turkey breast. Thursday, Italian BMT. Friday, tuna. Saturday, Black Forest ham. Sunday, meatball marinara. 4 locations of Richmond, Hagerstown, and Subway. Richmond. Try again. 4 locations of Richmond and Hagerstown. Pause. Subway, eat fresh. This is why I don't get paid a whole lot for this. Teacher by trade, right? I have a decent idea who that player of the game is. Silas Allred right now with 24 carries, 113 yards, and 2 touchdowns. For a Hagerstown, it might be Mason Hicks. 2 leading candidates there. So 4th and 2 here for Shenandoah. 1:17 to go. Huff in motion. He'll give it to Allred up the middle. Nope, Starks will keep it. He'll get the first down, and that'll salt it away. No more timeouts left for Hagerstown. This one's done. Last nail in the coffin for Shenandoah. They can take a couple of knees. 1:11 and counting once they reset the chains. And Peyton Starks gets finally over 0 yards rushing. 1:09 to go. So Shenandoah will go to 1-0 on the season, winning their 5th straight against Hagerstown and 6 of their last 7. Hagerstown dropped 0-1, but as we discussed earlier with my press box colleagues, they might be favoring every other game they play the rest of the year until sectionals. Even then, most of sectionals. So taking a knee there for Starks. They'll take one more depending on when they spot it. They're going to take one more. And final knee there. That'll do it. 22-12, final score here. Shenandoah wins it. First victory for Jordan McCaslin on the night where they honored Ryan Lowry, the former student that died in service. So good night for Shenandoah, not so much for Hagerstown. Lots to learn from. We'll talk more about it when we come back. It's a post-game show, and our player of the game is sponsored by Richmond Area Subway. Subway, eat fresh. We'll be back. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Back at Shenandoah High School, the Hagerstown Tigers fall 22-12 to Shenandoah. Final stats here, and then we'll do our Richmond Area Subways player of the game. What we have here for Hagerstown, this is completely unofficial and almost certainly wrong. I got Owen Gallier for 97 yards passing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 9 passing. I'm sure that is completely wrong. Rushing, Gallier with 11 carries, 3 yards. Mason Hicks, 8 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Oliver, 1 carry, 5 yards. Cody Swim, a carry for 3 yards. Noah Snodgrass, a carry for -3. On receiving end, Jalen Oliver, 3 catches, 51 yards. Cody Swim, 2 catches, 40 yards and a touchdown. Mason Hicks a catch for 3. Cameron Pertha a catch for 2. That's Hagerstown. For Shenandoah, Peyton Starks, I had him as 2 of 4 for 22 yards. Joe Huff, 49 yards on 9 carries. Lane Walcott, 7 yards on 4 carries. Silas Allred, 113 yards on 24 carries and 2 touchdowns. Peyton Starks, 7 carries, 1 yard. Dallas Pugsley, 2 carries, 6 yards. On the receiving end, Huff and Allred with 12 and 10 combined. Respectively. And that's your stats. Your Richmond area Subway's player of the game. There's really no other choices. Silas Allred of Shenandoah, 113 yards on 24 carries, 2 touchdowns. He was virtually unstoppable here tonight. Mason Hicks is your player of the game from Hagerstown, 62 yards and 8 carries and a touchdown, as Hagerstown struggled mightily on the offensive end. Scores from around the area that I can find, and we are short of scores, at least at this point. Looks to be beating Union City 26-12 to take their annual spot at the top of the TEC for now. Overtime in Richmond. Just started their overtime, so no score there. Looking for, Starfires. That is not South Adams. That is... Yeah, it is South Adams, Starfires. They beat Winchester tonight 34-16. Delta beating Centerville 33-7. Union County blowing out Oldenburg Academy. I couldn't get a V out of my head. 64-7. That's the first win for Joel Hoffman in his first season as head coach at Union County. Good friend of mine and one of my assistant coaches in my basketball days, so couldn't be happier for that guy. Northeastern wins 20-7 over Knightstown. I think that about does it. So that does it for me. Next week, a couple of games of note. Conference games, try at Centerville, Winchester at Northeastern. I'm guessing that's where I'm going to be, Winchester at Northeastern. Lincoln at Westdell, Knightstown at Hagerstown, Mississauga Valley, Ohio at Union City, and Union County at Monroe Central. I would almost certainly be at Northeastern next weekend. And I'll hope you'll tune in. And we'll hope to have some video there for that. I'll see what I can do with that. So thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. I will see you next week. Final score here, 22-12. Hagerstown falls to Shenandoah. You've been listening to TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.